I'm over here down in my hometown, and down by the river I saw these two walking. Oh, very pretty. Looks like there's some seagulls standing on the river also, standing on some ice. It's kind of cold today, but it's supposed to warm up. So anyway, I just got out of my Bible study, and I just wanted to pull over real quick and talk about something that I got out of it. And I almost didn't go today. I thought I was, maybe I'll just kind of take a break and sleep in, but I ended up getting up. My cat Asher, he made sure I was up. It's funny. And I'm glad I went to Bible study, because I always seem to get something out of it. I mean, it's so good to fellowship with people, and I always get something out of it. And I wanted to read you something that kind of touched me when I saw one of the guys, Jim, turning the pages of the Bible. It just hit me, and it's something that I've thought about before. But we're reading Deuteronomy 19:16. It says, "If a malicious witness comes forward and gives false testimony against someone, then both the men involved in the controversy are to stand before Adonai, before the Kohanim and the judges in office at that time. The judges are to investigate carefully. If they find that the witness is lying and has given false testimony against his brother, you are to do to him what he intended to do to his brother. In this way, you will put an end to such wickedness among you. Those who remain will hear about it. Be afraid and no longer commit such wickedness among you. Show no pity, life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot." And that right there, I'll go ahead and start heading home. Well, heading to the veterinary first. I got to pick up some food for my cats. But that right there, for Israel to do that, is a good thing. I mean, that would work. That actually is a good rule there in the Bible in Deuteronomy, and I can see how it works. And then as Jim was turning the pages in the Bible, I don't know if it was impressed upon me, but I felt that maybe the Holy Spirit was telling me, but I felt it came to my mind about we live in such a sinful world. But you look in the Bible, if we were to do everything perfect, if we were to have a godly husband and a godly wife, then and we follow God's ways, his commandments, how perfect the world would be. You wouldn't have premarital sex. You wouldn't have divorces. Your kids would be your kids, and your wife and your husband would be your wife and your husband. You wouldn't have married before. If we were to follow God, if we were to listen to him, and all the problems that we have in our life is a result of our sin, of us not being obedient to God. And when I read that in Deuteronomy, I thought, how perfect is God's ways, and if we were to, this world would be perfect if we were to be obedient, but this world isn't perfect. We're definitely not perfect. We're sinful people, and many of us put ourselves before God, and when we do, all that's going to do is spell heartache in everybody's life. And any type of problems you have, such as family problems or anything like that, is going to be because you were obedient somewhere in your life and you did things a certain way. People want to blame God for the bad things that happen to them or the way their life is ran, but it's because we did it ourselves. We have not obeyed God's commandments, and that's what makes life hard, is because that is the result of it. But I saw it so clearly. I mean, I knew this before, but today it was just brought up, and I just wanted to share with you. If we obey God, to have true happiness, or as Terry said, true joy, is to have a relationship with Yeshua, Jesus. That brings true joy. And with that joy, we want to listen to God's commandments. We want to listen to Him because it continues to bring us more joy. If we have parents that teach our kids and parents that live that godly life, I was trying to be that way. But when you put yourself aside, when you put yourself in front of God, all it does is going to spell disaster. It spelled disaster in my life because I was selfish. And it's repercussions that I feel today. But I have that joy of having a right relationship with Yeshua. And I am always constantly trying to improve on that relationship and just get closer to God. I'm not perfect, but anyway, I'm starting to get off. But I just wanted to say, we live in a fallen world, and if we would only listen to God and obey His commandments, it would solve a lot of problems. And a lot of people would be a lot happier, because true happiness, true joy only comes from a relationship with God through His Messiah. So thank you for watching, and hope you have a wonderful Sabbath, and may God bless you and keep you.